Why wouldn't you want to own your own business?
I considered opening my own agency. The costs involved were ridiculously high, too much for me.
Yeah, I thought about buying my own agency, but at the time we had just bought a house, we just had a baby, and so financially it was just not in the cards.
I considered opening up my own travel agency, but I didn't have the capital, and I didn't think I could afford the overhead.
It's been demonstrated that tourism is going to be the #1 growth market for the 90s. $400 billion in travel being booked and growing. The service sector within the tourism industry is going to be the #1 employment market in the 90s.
I think Pacifica Plaza Travel has everything that you could hope for. You know, you get the best of both worlds.
Being small and independent, you can still provide the personalized service, yet still have the buying power of a larger agency.
Being a single parent, it is a great advantage working from home.
Without Pacifica Plaza, we could never have got involved in the travel business because the costs would have been too prohibitive.
My education in business administration and finance led to a position with Avco Corporation. My initial responsibilities were to audit a division called Cartan Travel. In 1976, I formed an inbound tour company where we brought visitors from all over the world into the United States. We then provided all the necessary ground services for them, such as motor coaches, tour guides, hotel accommodations. By 1981, I was ready to expand, and that's when Pacifica Plaza Travel was formed. We decided that we would go after the corporate market and developed a niche whereby we concentrated on businesses and corporations that spent annually anywhere from $100,000 up to $1 million in annual volume. In 1985, we pioneered a new concept whereby we placed reservation terminals on corporate premises. And this is what really set us apart from your typical travel agency. That concept and a conversation I had with a running friend of mine led to another innovation, the Travel Associate Program. Corporate travel is still our bread and butter. As a travel management company approaching $20 million in annual sales, the Travel Associates can expect the same level of service as we've always provided to our corporate clients.
Yes, we were the first associate of Pacifica Plaza Travel. I wasn't a travel agent before I started this. It was just a matter of meeting Ron out running on the beach together because we both run. And we came up with the idea that we had an area in the shop that was not giving us full potential, and so we both talked about it, and it's been very successful.
Yeah, I was quite fearful about starting completely on my own with no help.
My main concern was that I was here and they were there, and that I wasn't going to get the support.
My major fear, of course, was the being able to, come up with the money to do it and whether it was going to pay off for me.
Don't be concerned about establishing your own business. We'll provide the tools and the guidance to get you started right. When you join our program, you're automatically covered by our ARC and IATAN appointments, bonding, and errors and omissions insurance. The computer hardware, Sabre reservation system software, 6 industry reference guides, the Travel Associate Manual, monthly newsletters, continuous training, and workshops are all included in your one-time investment.
Probably one of the biggest advantages was the availability to use the professional Sabre.
The backup is great. They call you right back. If you send messages, there's a messaging system in the commercial Sabre, and the messages are responded right away.
The travel agents can become very sophisticated because they can operate out of their home with the same reservation format as they were working with out of their office.
I was a little concerned at first about how people would view me working out of my home, but everyone I've talked to thinks it's wonderful. They wish they could do the same thing.
I feel very professional working at home. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in my clothes. I'm comfortable in my home environment. Yes, yet I'm able to offer a professional service.
I've been able to still spend lots of time with my son, have dinner on the table occasionally, and still be able to conduct business.
There is no cost for any kind of telephone communication to our office, as we maintain 800 numbers which are toll-free.
They have an 800 number that I call for any questions, so it's kind of a security there.
I won't miss commuting at all.
I was working for a travel agency where I had to drive quite far to the agency, say 40 minutes, then drop my little boy off at school, and vice versa on the way home. I was driving about 2 or 3 hours a day.
I used to commute 45 minutes every day, each way. I don't miss the commute at all.
Ron, with volume, can get from people like British Airways deals that a regular travel agent can't get.
You can align yourself with Pacifica Plaza Travel and take advantage of all the services and negotiated leverage we have with our vendors. We're like a giant co-op. You own your own business, but work under our umbrella.
Negotiated airfares and cruise discounts, all that were very important because I want to be able to stay competitive with, regular large agencies.
They have great contracts that are negotiated for really good rates with airlines.
Do you want to work when you want to work?
I may be working on it at 10 or 11 o'clock at night sometimes, but it's on, my schedule at my time.
It's working very well. I can set my own hours. I can sign into the computer whenever I need to.
I'm choosing to work a lot because I'm finding the results. As much as I put into it is my success. So the more I put in, the more I get.
Commissions. Any travel service that is booked through the Sabre reservation system is tracked automatically, and then we pay on the 15th and the last day of each month.
I decided to go into business for myself because I was tired of the low wages that travel agents get, yet I really like being in the industry.
Well, I was very pleasantly surprised at the amount of commission that I would be receiving. It was a lot better than I was doing in outside sales, and plus I should get the tax benefits then too.
I've talked a little bit with my tax consultant, and basically they said that there are a lot of areas that can be written off. So when tax time comes, I'm going to be looking forward to it this year instead of dreading it.
We book tours, car rentals, hotels, everything. And those obviously are add-ons and throws off more profit.
Overrides, that's a bonus. Because of our volume, we often take excess commissions at time of ticketing, and you'd receive your pro rata share. And I feel confident that that's far more than you'd receive working for someone else. In our program, you're going to have to work, but we'll take care of all the paper shuffling for you, like the ARC report. One of the important questions we're often asked is, how do I get last-minute tickets? Well, we can provide overnight delivery service, and we're also establishing satellite ticket printer locations. In fact, we may have a location near you right now.
I need something ticketed. I've called at 6 p.m. and needed something FedExed out that evening to arrive at my house the next morning, and they're quite happy to do it. They do it with a smile.
If they tell me they're going to send me something today, they send it today. I don't, get it 3 weeks later.
Travel benefits. I suggest you talk to some of our existing travel associates.
I know that Pacifica Plaza Travel will continue to give me the same benefits that I've had in my other agency jobs.
When I was doing outside sales before, I pretty much lost most of my airline tickets and benefits.
I'm on the ARC list and the IATA list, which is great, so I'm getting all the benefits.
Have you built up a client base? Well, then why not use it?
I think anyone who has any small base of clients should feel like they can get it right out there and go for it.
You've paid your dues. Don't you think it's time you start working for yourself?
I think that other travel agents should look into it if they're looking for something to branch out on their own, tired of the small wages that travel agents get. If they have their own following as far as clients, they should definitely do it.
I feel good about it because it's my own business, and I'm making money, and I'm having fun doing it.
Well, I am my own president of my own company, but I have a big travel company right behind me.
I say good on you for working at home. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to own your own business? What about your future? Are you afraid to have people trust you? Don't you think you can make these people happy? How do you think our other associates got started? How do you think the people you work for now got started? Why wouldn't you want to own your own business?